How's it, guys? Donnie here from Kollectiv Studio, and today Interval Band as well. On Friday we released a new track called Sypad Samba as an Afrikaans track, and I just want to go through some of my favorite production type of sounds and instrumentation we did on this track. There's some really cool, interesting stuff. Well, I kind of like it. Obviously, if I didn't like it, we wouldn't release it, right? So yeah, I'm just going to take you through some of the ideas that we put into the song, and some of the production ideas, and some of the sounds we created in the studio, because I think it's really interesting, and I just want to play it to you like separately. Sometimes in a mix, it doesn't get buried, but you can't actually hear the exact sound and how it translates to a mix, and that's kind of what I want to show you. So we're gonna nerd out together a bit today. We're going to chat about some technical stuff, and we're going to listen to some cool sounds. Okay, so come join me. Okay, so first of all, just the intro. So what we did with the intro is it's just literally just a snare drum, and the idea of this song is the snare drum relates to the first kind of verse lyrics, and basically translated, it just means that I can hear you coming from far away. That's the first line of the song, and that's what we basically did with the snare. So what we did with the snare is we have this kind of idea where you volume and automate, and you pan. So it's like this idea that it sounds like the snare is coming from somewhere. I think it's from left to right, but it's also getting louder. And then we also did a few other things as well with verb and stuff. And so it's the idea of this thing moving. But if you don't play it, if you don't listen to it in the song context, it's just a normal snare which is compressed. So here's the sound. So as you hear, is a pretty plain forward, just you go hearing the snare normally. And if you go listen to the song, you'll hear it sounds like it's coming from somewhere out of here, and it's going into your head. So that's kind of a cool thing we did, and it kind of links to the first lyric of the song. So it was a cool idea, I thought. Then next, I want to play you the bass of the verse. So the bass of the verse is also quite very groovy, right? So what we did here is just a cool, obviously, line. The line was written by our bassist, but then I basically made it a little bit less complicated and a little bit more groovy. And so we just like added some, I think, only a really effect on it, some little bit of chorus on it, just to make it a little bit wider. Typically, what I do with if I put chorus on bass, I kind of cut out the low end of the chorus, so because you don't necessarily want the low end to be in both speakers. It can cause phase issues, so you don't necessarily want to do that, but you still want that bass to be like moving out of sounds like it's in two speakers. So I typically cut the low end if I do chorus on the bass. But yeah, this is kind of a cool groovy bass line. So when you listen to the song again, listen to this bass line. I think that's my favorite like instrumentation in a verse. And then we go to the pre-chorus, and the pre-chorus basically is the cool part for me in the pre-chorus is drums. And what we did here is we really the sound I wanted was like this very like delay. We added delay to it. So this is one of the sounds that's a little bit not muted in the mix, but it works in a mix if you don't put the delays in. But there's a lot of delays on this track, so it just sounds really big. Like that's a cool idea for anybody who's like mixing and you want to get your like toms. I like delays on toms, like big delays on toms, because it makes it sound massive. And so here is the toms, or the pre-chorus part. So you can hear there's a lot of like delays on it, and if I play it again without the delay, you'll hear it sounds like. So it's quite big. It makes a big difference. So that's one of my favorite parts in the pre-chorus, is like this idea of this really big toms. There's like everywhere. It's not mixed too loud in the mix, but it just gives this idea of this kind of like toms that surrounds you. So that's a really cool part. And then there's a cool little naughty synth we put into the mix. just as you hit the chorus, you will hear this like a very 80s sounding synth. Let me just play it to you. There's quite a lot of automation on this to like blend it into the mix, but this is really cool. I like it. And but basically what this serves, it's really soft in the mix, but what it does, it just lifts that. Okay, we're now in the chorus, so that's kind of what we did there. And then I want to play you the piano part on the chorus. Later on I'll do an entire video of like all the guitars, and because the guitars are I play guitar, and so the guitar can be quite technical. There's a lot of weird chords and stuff. So I'll do a separate video of like a tutorial of what we did on the guitar. So let me just play you the piano sound. So this is two pianos over each other. It's a clean piano and a very dirty Rhodes that's over each other. So this is also quite of an interesting sound. Let me just play this. So there's also like a big delay on it. There's also a lot of verb on it. You can still hear the verb. It's quite a big verb on it. There's like a cool delay, like a tape delay on it, which just gives it extra some of those distorted tones. You know, like these plugins nowadays, they simulate what a tape delay would do. Like it degrades the first and the second and the third, and as you go on with the delays, they degrade more and more and more. And so yeah, it's really got that sound, and what it does is it just gives this idea of, it just helps this song sit in this melodic bed of music. So that's a really cool, for me, that was a really cool part in the song as well. So we have that cool piano sound, interesting sound, and it still plays an interesting melody. And I'll later on explain what the melody is, because it relates actually back to the intro of the guitar. So the entire song, there's like parts that's relating to each other. So when I do the guitar video, I'll play you that part. Yeah, so there was just a song of some of the cool instrumentation sound we did in this track, and some of the production ideas we brought into the song. Go and have a listen to the full track, and listen if you hear these kind of cool sounds. So it was just some fun we had. Really proud of this song, and so go listen and enjoy. And for you guys as well, go and enjoy, go make music. I mean, that's the whole idea of this, of us playing music, is you should be enjoying it, right? It should be fun. It should be something you want to go and do. And definitely for us, this track was a lot of fun to do. So go out there, make music, and enjoy, and listen to the song. Cool, man. Cheers, guys. Enjoy.